Welcome back to Extended Play.
There are lots of classic buddy pairings for games and stories. A boy and his dog, a boy and a girl, and in this case, a boy and a Shadow King. In Japan, this game was released as The Devil and I.
Or my favorite translation, Me and Satan King. Okage Shadow King is the story of a boy who makes a deal with the devil to save his sister. And in this case, the devil isn't a particularly bad guy. In fact, he's not even scary. Okage Shadow King is a role-playing game that tries so hard to be inventive, it forgets to be a good RPG. You play Ari, a boy who's made a pact with Stan, the evil king. Why deal with the devil? Ari's sister, Annie, was left cursed by a random ghost attack. Stan promises to save her if Ari helps him take over the world. Okage plays like a traditional RPG, and with any traditional RPG, you have a large supply of non-player characters to talk to and borrow from. As you take Ari around, he runs at a smooth rate. However, things slow down during load times, which can be unbearable for the impatient. Other than town and countryside exploration, you'll have to deal with the game's overly simplistic dungeons, which involve the task of defeating urns. Yes, you fight large jars. Unfortunately, this element of the game gets old really fast. Okage is loaded with lots of side quests, which become a major point of frustration. Firstly, the rewards of the side quests make little impact on your game's success. Secondly, certain items needed to fulfill quests are difficult to find. Xenoworks had a good thing going with the premise of Okage, plus some one-of-a-kind character designs, but there aren't enough redeeming factors to save it. We give Okage Shadow King a 2 out of 5. While far from perfect, Okage's humorous and unique approach to the rather stale RPG genre is a welcome change. Hopefully, other game developers will take notice. The original Kessen was a PS2 launch title, and this medieval Japanese strategy game was found to be quite difficult and sometimes boring by many gamers. Kessen 2 brings in many fantasy elements and tries to simplify the gameplay, but has something been lost in the process. Kessen 2 marks Koei's return to the ancient mythology behind their Romance of the Three Kingdoms title. Okay, first the plot. Liu Bei allies with Cao Cao to bring down the Han dynasty. But these two soon find themselves at odds when Cao Cao turns towards evil to accomplish his ends. He then captures Liu Bei's love and imprisons her, setting this great battle into motion. Now, once you get past the lovely and slightly lengthy intro, it's finally time for the gameplay. There are 30 campaigns to fight, and you must select battle units and move them into position using an overhead map. Units move slowly, which is realistic, but a tad on the dull side. When fights break out, you can watch like a bystander, or you can move in close and possess an individual commander. That's where the action begins, letting you fight and maneuver at will. The controls are a bit sluggish, however, and the gameplay mainly consists of mashing the attack button.
And there will not be a single night's peace until we have won the war!
Although the dub translation is pretty bad, the music is quite beautiful, orchestral, with an interesting mix of Western classical motifs and eerie Chinese composition. All the units are well rendered, colorful, and the animations pop off the screen. Things look great, as good as any animated film, but that visual impact comes at a gameplay cost. We give it a 3 out of 5.
Kessen and Kessen 2 are entirely different titles, so if you have a favorite, drop us a line and let us know.
Coming up on Extended Play, we battle with witch doctors to win the favors of a volcano goddess in Ooga Booga. And we have a ball monkeying around with, yeah, you guessed it, Super Monkey Ball for the GameCube.
In-depth reports from the front lines of high-tech crime. Cybercrime, Tuesday at 9, 8 Central on Tech TV's Tech Prime.
Welcome back to Extended Play.
The Dreamcast was the first next-gen console, and what really made it revolutionary at the time was its ability to go online with its built-in modem.
We've seen that used to good effect in puzzle games, RPGs, and action titles. And now it's being used for an action puzzle strategy hybrid with a funny name. Here's Ooga Booga.
Ooga Booga.
Ooga.
Booga.
Booga Ooga.
Like the overcaffeinated and downright loony love child of the Super Smash Bros. And the Bomberman series, Ooga Booga focuses squarely on the mayhem in your multiplayer. In the game, you play a character who competes against up to 3 other Polynesian-ish protagonists to be the one who bashes, bonks, and blows up everyone else the most. The game includes 3 basic modes: the free-for-all deathmatch, Smack-a-Huna; Rodeo, where you gain points by charging into other players on the back of a boar; and Boar Polo, where you and another player ride boars attempting to knock a volcanic rock into a goal. The game controls easily, though boars can present anguish. Graphically, it's slight, but sufficiently cartoonish to keep things screwy. Sound is a winner, with giggle-worthy one-liners and some great taunts.
You can't handle me, Batman!
The single-player game is primarily for training and unlocking items and characters. Here you learn modes and new spells, but it can get trying after a while. Multiplayer is where it works. Handling up to 4 players, the pace and random acts of nuttiness lend themselves to smack-talking with buddies in front of the TV.
Shiver me timbers.
Online slows the pace down considerably with severe internet connection problems. It also just seems oddly quiet, without someone to make fun of to their face. It may be light on strategy and depth, but Ooga Booga is decidedly fun, with frenetic zaniness on the level of Power Stone. We give it a 4 out of 5.
Battling with witch doctors using shrunken heads as weapons is yet again indicative of Sega's creative and oddball game-making skills. Following in that same tradition is Sega's Super Monkey Ball, placing monkeys in balls on floating platforms. It was one of the 3 launch titles for the Japanese GameCube and will be available in America for launch as well. Here's a sneak peek.
Let me guess, you've been dying for a game that lets you run around as a monkey trapped in a giant ball, right? Well, my friends, your day is about to arrive. Super Monkey Ball for the GameCube is rolling this way. Your monkey in a bubble adventure starts as you get a feel for the complex controls, the analog stick. Yep, there's just one control to motivate your monkey through the course, grabbing bananas as you go. The game will come with quite a few play modes. In the main mode, you navigate your simian friend through tilting mazes that look like miniature golf courses gone crazy. You can also select from a number of really cool multiplayer games. Monkey Race is a lot like Mario Kart, except you're racing monkeys in balls. Next, you and your friends can move on to Monkey Fight, a mode that gives your monkeys big boxing gloves to knock each other out of the food chain. There's also Monkey Target, that has your monkey fling open his ball in order to take flight. You'll hang glide towards floating targets, and it's not as easy as it looks. The replay value of this game should keep you coming back again and again. Super Monkey Ball will be launching with the GameCube in November. Coming up on Extended Play, Kate helps us capture the flag with an Unreal tutorial. And we help you complete your not-so-impossible missions in Spy Hunter.
Objective failed.
All this week on Tech Live, all eyes are on Windows XP. It's making big promises, but will it deliver? Tech Live puts XP to the test. Is it faster? Is it easier? Is it worth the upgrade? Tech Live shows if Windows XP is right for you. Then, stay with Tech Live all week for continuous updates and live reports from the official release and keynote speech. Windows XP on Tech Live, all this week starting at 9 a.m. 6 Pacific, only on Tech TV.